Sure, you can film me at the gym, but not for free. Let me paint you a picture of what it's like being a 5 foot 2 inch woman who's built like a brick house doing advanced calisthenics in your average American gym. I'm talking one-handed elbow levers, human flags, the kind of moves that make gym bros stop mid-bicep curl and stare. And with that attention comes, well, let's call them learning opportunities. I've been lifting and doing bodyweight training for years now, and I've got a love-hate relationship with the constant stream of guys asking me to teach them moves. On one hand, I genuinely don't want to discourage anyone from fitness. We need more people moving their bodies. On the other hand, I'm not a certified personal trainer, and frankly, I'd rather focus on my own workout than become an unpaid instructor for every curious gym goer. But here's the thing I've learned. About 70% of the men who approach me are genuinely interested. They'll ask questions, attempt the movements, maybe fail spectacularly, laugh it off, and thank me for the help. These interactions actually brighten my day. The other 30%, well, that's where today's story gets interesting. I've always noticed a pattern with this minority group. They'll approach with enthusiasm, ask me to demonstrate some complex movement so they can learn the form, watch intently as I perform it, then suddenly develop amnesia about actually trying it themselves. I'll practice this next session, they'll say. Or, I think I need to work on my base strength first. I used to think they were just intimidated or didn't want to embarrass themselves in front of someone who clearly had their shit together. How naive I was. Picture this. It's a Tuesday evening around 7 p.m. The gym has that post-work crowd energy. Treadmills humming, weights clanking, the usual symphony of people trying to undo their desk jobs. I'm in the middle of my hip thrust set, which, for those unfamiliar, involves lying on your back with a loaded barbell across your hips and thrusting upward. Not exactly the most dignified exercise, but incredibly effective for glute and posterior chain development. I'm halfway through my second set when this guy approaches. Mid-30s, the kind of skinny fat build that screams, "I've been meaning to get serious about fitness for 5 years." He's got that eager puppy dog energy that I've learned to be wary of. "Excuse me?" he says, practically bouncing on his toes. "I saw you doing those crazy elbow things earlier. Could you maybe show me how to do a one-handed elbow lever?" Now, a one-handed elbow lever is no joke. It's an advanced calisthenics move that requires significant core strength, shoulder stability, and months, if not years, of progression work. Think of it as the gymnastic equivalent of solving calculus when you're still struggling with basic algebra. "I'm in the middle of my hip thrust set," I reply, gesturing to the barbell currently resting across my lap. "I'm not sure I'll have time after this." "Oh, I can wait," he said with the kind of enthusiasm that should have been my first red flag. "I really want to learn this move." Here's where things get weird. Instead of giving me space to finish my set, he grabs one of those small step platforms and positions it right next to my bench. And I mean right next to it. So close that when I set up for my next rep, the barbell is literally passing between his legs. I can feel his eyes boring into me as I perform each thrust, and it's making my skin crawl. "Hey, you need to move back," I tell him, pausing mid-set. "You're way too close." He scoots back maybe 6 inches, but those eyes never leave me. The entire time I'm finishing my set, he's watching with an intensity that has nothing to do with learning proper hip hinge mechanics. When I finally rack the weight and sit up, I make a decision. This guy clearly isn't going anywhere, and the sooner I show him the move, the sooner he'll realize it's way above his skill level and leave me alone. At least, that was my logic. "All right," I say, wiping the sweat from my forehead. "Can you do a two-handed elbow lever first? Because if you can't hold that, there's no point in trying the one-handed version." "Oh yeah, definitely," he lies with the confidence of someone who's never attempted the move in his life. I move to an open area of the gym and get into position. For those who don't know, an elbow lever involves balancing your entire body horizontally while supporting yourself on your elbows, legs extended straight out behind you. Like a human plank, but instead of your feet touching the ground, you're defying gravity through pure core strength and proper weight distribution. As I demonstrate the progression, explaining the mechanics and common mistakes, I notice something in my peripheral vision. A small blue light, the unmistakable glow of a phone camera recording. My blood instantly turns to ice. I hold the position for another few seconds, mind racing, then slowly lower myself down and turn to face him. Sure enough, there's his phone, held low but clearly pointed in my direction. "Are you filming me?" I ask, my voice deadly calm. The gaslighting begins immediately. You said I could film you. You agreed to show me the move. Agreeing to demonstrate an exercise and agreeing to let you film me are two very different things, I reply, standing up to my full 5 feet 2 inches height, which suddenly feels a lot more imposing. Delete that video now. He fumbles with his phone, clearly flustered at being caught, but not before I catch a glimpse of the screen. The video is zoomed in all right, but not on my form or technique. It's focused squarely on my ass as I performed the exercise. My vision goes red. One of the gym trainers, Marcus, who's been working at this place for years and knows me well, notices the commotion and starts walking over. I can see the concern on his face. He's probably prepared to kick this creep out and ban him from the gym. Then something clicks in my brain, a delicious, vengeful something. No, there's been a misunderstanding, I tell Marcus with a smile that doesn't reach my eyes. Everything is fine. Marcus hesitates, clearly picking up on the tension, but eventually nods and moves away. The creep looks relieved, probably thinking he's off the hook. Oh, sweet summer child. We're just getting started. So, I say, turning back to my unwelcome videographer, it's your turn. Let's see that two-handed elbow lever you're so confident about. Immediately, the excuses start flowing like water from a broken dam. Actually, I think I should work on my form first. I've already had a pretty intense workout today. Maybe I should try this tomorrow when I'm fresh. I take a step closer, and suddenly my voice carries that special kind of authority that makes grown men shrink. No, you pressured me into demonstrating this move. You filmed me without permission while I was doing it. Now you're going to get on your knees and attempt it yourself. I really think I should get on your knees. The gym around us has gone quiet. Not dead silent. The music is still playing, machines are still humming, but there's a noticeable hush in our immediate area. The regulars on the treadmills, the guys at the free weight section, even some of the personal training clients have stopped what they're doing to watch this unfold. Perfect. An audience is exactly what I want. With the reluctance of a man approaching his own execution, Mr. Secret Filmmaker gets into position. Immediately, it's clear he has no idea what he's doing. His elbows are too wide, his core isn't engaged, and his legs are flailing around like a fish out of water. Come on, I say, standing directly over him, my voice carrying across the gym floor. You were so eager to see this move 5 minutes ago. Show everyone how it's done. He struggles, his face turning an impressive shade of red as he tries and fails to lift his feet off the ground even slightly. The two-handed elbow lever, which is supposed to be the easier progression, might as well be advanced rocket science for this guy. I can't seem to get it, he huffs, attempting to stand up. Nope, I say firmly, you don't get to quit now. You had no problem wasting my time and violating my privacy. The least you can do is put in the same effort I did. For the next 5 minutes, I make him attempt the move over and over again, each failure more spectacular than the last. His arms are shaking, sweat is pouring down his face, and he can't even hold his own body weight up for more than a few seconds. The contrast is beautiful. Here's this guy, who clearly thought he was entitled to film my body without permission, now struggling to perform even the most basic variation of a move I can hold for 30 seconds with one hand. You know what's interesting? I say conversationally as he collapses for the 4th time. Earlier today, you seemed to think this move was so simple that all you needed was a quick demonstration. And yet here you are, unable to lift your feet off the ground with both hands supporting you. The small crowd that's gathered is no longer even pretending not to watch. There's a mixture of amusement and secondhand embarrassment on their faces as they witness this public humiliation unfold. Everyone's watching, I echo, exactly what I felt when he was recording me. They can see how much stronger that 5 feet 2 inches girl is compared to you. They're watching you fail over and over again. His dignity is evaporating with each passing second, just like mine did when I realized I'd been secretly filmed. The difference is, he chose this. He earned this. Finally, after what feels like an eternity of failed attempts, I decide he's suffered enough. All right, I think we're done here. Maybe work on some basic core strength before you try advanced moves. And maybe ask before you film people next time. He scrambles to his feet, grabs his water bottle, and practically sprints toward the exit without another word. I doubt I'll be seeing him again anytime soon. Marcus approaches me again as I'm packing up my things. Everything really okay? He asks quietly. Everything is perfect, I reply, and for the first time all evening, my smile is genuine. As I walk out of the gym, I can't help but feel a deep sense of satisfaction. For too long, I'd been making excuses for these guys, assuming the best of their intentions even when their behavior suggested otherwise. But sometimes, when someone shows you who they really are, the best response isn't to be understanding, it's to hold up a mirror and make them confront exactly what they've become. The next time someone asks me to demonstrate a move at the gym, I'll be happy to help. But if they pull out a phone without permission, well, let's just say they better be prepared to put their money where their mouth is. Because teaching moments go both ways, and some lessons are best learned in front of an audience. Edit. For those asking in the comments, yes, I checked with Marcus later and confirmed that the guy did delete the video before he left. The gym also has a strict no filming policy without explicit consent, and they've since reminded all members of this rule. Edit 2. To the people saying I was too harsh, I disagree. Actions have consequences, and sometimes the most effective way to change someone's behavior is to give them a taste of their own medicine. He violated my privacy and dignity, so he got to experience what that feels like. Edit 3. Thank you for all the awards and support. It's nice to know I'm not alone in dealing with this kind of behavior at the gym. Top comments. Holy shit, this is beautiful. As a guy who actually lifts and respects the gym etiquette, these creeps make all of us look bad. I've seen this exact scenario play out at my gym. Dudes asking women to demonstrate exercises they clearly have no intention of learning. Last month, I watched some asshole ask a woman to show him hip thrusts 3 different times over 2 weeks. Same excuse every time about perfecting his form. Spoiler alert, he never attempted a single rep. The public humiliation was chef's kiss perfect. Bet he thinks twice before pulling this shit again. Comment. Girl, you're my hero. I'm a yoga instructor and deal with similar crap constantly. Had a guy last week ask me to demonstrate challenging poses and kept requesting specific angles for his form check videos. When I asked to see his phone afterward, surprise, surprise, close-ups of my ass in downward dog. I wasn't as clever as you though, just kicked him out of class. Your approach was way more educational for him, lol. Mind if I steal this strategy? Author. Steal away. Sometimes the best teacher is embarrassment, though maybe modify it for yoga. Make him hold Warrior 3 for 5 minutes straight while everyone watches him wobble. Comment. Dude here can confirm elbow levers are fucking hard. I've been training calisthenics for 3 years and can barely hold a 2-handed one for 10 seconds. Anyone claiming they can do it without years of training is lying through their teeth. Also, filming people without consent is sexual harassment, full stop. This guy got off easy with just public humiliation. At our gym, he would have been banned and possibly charged. Comment. Wait, are you talking about the gym on 5th Street? Because I think I might have been the trainer in this story, lol. If it's you, girl, you handled that situation. I was ready to step in, but when you said everything was fine, I figured you had a plan. Watching that guy fail over and over while you stood there like a disappointed mom was the highlight of my week. That policy reminder we sent out got a lot of complaints from certain members. Wonder why. Author. Marcus, yes, that's the place. Thank you for trusting me to handle it. Your timing walking over was perfect. Gave me just the leverage I needed. How many complaints did you guys get? Answer. Let's just say we lost about 6 members that week, and the gym atmosphere got significantly better afterward. Comment. This reminds me why I switched to a women-only gym. I got so tired of the constant interruptions, unsolicited advice, and yes, the creepy filming. Last straw was when a guy corrected my deadlift form. I compete powerlifting. My form is fine. Then asked if he could record me for coaching purposes. But honestly, your revenge was so much better than just avoiding the problem. You made him face exactly what he was doing. Respect. Comment. Bloody hell, this was satisfying to read. I'm a calisthenics coach in London and see this behavior constantly. Blokes thinking these moves look easy because women make them look effortless. Fun fact, one-armed elbow levers require approximately 18 to 24 months of consistent training to achieve properly. This tosser probably couldn't even do a proper push-up based on your description. The audacity to film you while claiming to learn is just, brilliant handling of the situation though. Public failure is sometimes the only language these Muppets understand. Author. Muppets. I'm stealing that term. And you're spot on about the training time. I've been working on mine for almost 2 years and still can't hold it as long as I'd like. These guys have no clue about the work that goes into these skills. Write what you think about this situation. Also, if you like this video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the bell to receive notifications about the latest videos. See you next time. Bye-bye.